Okay, today is day 3. We are headed to Cafe Du Monde. And we did a bunch of stuff yesterday after we hit French Truck. We went into a bunch of little shops. We went into the pharmacy museum. That was really cool. And so now we're heading to Cafe Du Monde to start these celebrations for Lisa's birthday. So we're just headed back into the quarter for the 3rd day in a row. Fun stuff ahead. I got a what? That's okay. That's delicious. Alright, Cafe au lait hasn't been my usual bag for a long time, but at Cafe Du Monde, the Cafe au lait is fantastic. Just coffee and steamed milk. Really tasty. Goes perfect with the beignet. Alright, we just had lunch at Cafe, or not lunch, we just had breakfast at Cafe Du Monde, little beignet, Cafe au lait. And I think we're gonna walk it off at the Riverwalk, go back to the mall for a little bit before lunch, because we're thinking about that already. See you over there. We really just needed to kill some time in the mall, walked around, went to a few shops, and now we're headed to Muriel's for lunch. Well, I'm very sad to report that Muriel's was closed for a private event, but we are here at NOLA Po' Boy, and we're gonna get it done for like the third or fourth time with Po' Boys. Should be good.
Yes, sir. How may I help you
How
today?
you doing? We're gonna do a 12-inch roast beef hot.
Tomato, lettuce, tomato, pickle.
Yep, all good.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Looks like it's not shaved or sliced, but it's messy. It's big. Ridiculously good. Thank you.
In 1731, nobody really knows. But I do know that that is one of the 31 structures to survive the fire.
So, I think that's it for today. We're gonna figure out dinner in a little while. This whole trip is just revolving around meal after meal after meal with some coffee sprinkled in. Yeah, so if anything interesting happens tonight, I'll try and get it on camera. And I'll see you tomorrow otherwise. Scratch what I said earlier about that being pretty much it for the day, because while we were out at the quarter, we got the Melita filter pour over set. We surprised my brother-in-law with it as a Christmas gift, an early Christmas gift, and we wanted to check it out. So we did, and we were able to brew some of this Treme Coffee House Costa Rica Terrazzo. We ended up with a really, really decent brew. I mean, I'm talking herbal, very light on the acidic side, and like red berry. It's just and citrus. It's a coffee I would drink every day, no problem. A little bit of chocolatey, wonderful, really, really wonderful. There's a couple other pieces to work on, but we can leave here knowing that Jack can make coffee here, some really great stuff. And this is from Treme Coffee House, which is just 2 blocks down the road. And on that note, having gone to CC's to get the Melita pour over system, having gone to Treme Coffee House to find specialty coffee, we ran all over Treme and the French Quarter. We went to a couple different malls. It was extremely difficult to talk to anybody from these coffee shops and have them understand what I was even talking about. Specialty coffee. We are a small community, it seems, and I had somebody say that it seems that the more you talk to people, the smaller it gets. Third wave specialty is really niche. So once we found what we were looking for, we were very happy. But if you're coming to New Orleans looking for specialty coffee in the third wave scene, you're gonna have, I think, a challenge in front of you. It's been pretty difficult finding our way through to getting what we're looking for. Absolutely nobody had a V60 for us to buy. Nobody. I had one person offer one to me, Chef Shane at Addiction Coffee. He might have helped us get a V60. He hasn't texted me back, so I don't know what that situation is. Nobody had one for sale. Not a single person, not a single shop. We went into a couple different like home goods stores, like in the mall and stuff. Nothing. No coffee grinders, no pour over setups. CC's Coffee was the only one that had any pour over setup whatsoever. We walked into coffee shops and asked, hey, do you know where we can get a V60? And most of them had no clue what I was talking about. Asking about specialty coffee. No clue what specialty coffee is. They know what coffee is. And there's roasters like CC's and PJ's. There's roasters that roast coffee, but they're not roasting specialty. And the whole beans I was finding were all blends. And that's your first kind of red flag if you're looking for specialty. It's usually not in a blend because specialty can stand up on its own. With all that said, we're okay now. We've got good Costa Rica Terrazzo. We're leaving him here with the pour over, the Melita pour over. That's fine. He can get it ground over there and he can brew it here. I think there's supposed to be a second line tonight. So if there's some music and stuff going on outside, I'll crack the camera open one more time and try to get in the mix and have some fun with that. You may be able to hear that behind me. There's a party in the neighborhood. Recently, a significant community member has passed. They had the funeral, I think, yesterday, and there's a second line gonna happen tonight. Any moment now, really. If you don't know what a second line is, they can happen for a variety of reasons here in New Orleans, and generally, second line is a celebration of life. And so they walk the streets, tons and tons of musicians come out and play. So these people are gonna come down the street playing music, celebrating the life of the one who passed. I don't know the individual, but pretty much everyone else here does. So we're gonna take a look at that if it comes down and try and pay our respects and enjoy the energy and observe.